there was no one to offer you help and love, not even to show some. You made it far, now there's no one to spar. No one to match you, just look at your scars. They tell a story so beautiful, it's bizarre how you made it from the bottom, now just look where you are. Welcome to the next chapter, the next level. You made it through the pain and hardships for several years. Been in the gutter but never wanted to settle for less than standing on the top, wearing the golden medal. You were meant to be great, don't ever doubt it. Remember when they told you you'd fail when they doubted? Been looking for your purpose and you finally found it. Millions of tears later and you're feeling astounded. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. Falling in love with the view. In the top 3, you are not 3 and not 2. In case you're not getting it, let me give you a clue. Under the sky, there's no one that's flying higher than you. Think of the times when you felt too afraid. Think of the times when you cried while you prayed. Think of the times when you worked while it rained. Now those same times are finally due to be paid. They made you a warrior, outstanding, victorious. Notorious for being a champ, you are glorious. Meant to be great, it was written even before the birth of time. You rise as the greatest out of us all. No matter what's going on, just keep on pushing. At the other side of pain lies all you've been wishing. Every situation you've ever been put in was just an obstacle you've crossed to find your purpose. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. Now tell me, didn't they pay off? Days you were tired so much you felt like you'd break off. Didn't they show you truly what you are made of? A diamond in the rough, truly beautifully shaped up. You've always known that someday you would take off, despite all the hate and bad comments that they all told you when you were building a platform to sail on. Now they'd like to hop on, but the ship has sailed off. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine. You're a beast, the least you've never been so alive. Come in to feast and be at the very highest of times. Taking a leap of faith so you can finally arise. Who can compete? You've reached the level close to divine.
The thing that has worked for me is to remember the hard times. What helps me is to keep the hard times in the front of my mind. At some point, you gotta be tired of not being number one. You have to be, and you gotta play angry. It should drive you. You gotta work every day. I could do it. Yeah, I love what I do. There's nothing you can't accomplish. prepared to work for it.
I knew I wanted to be something, and it was important to me to be something. It was important to me that I didn't fail. But by the way, and if I did fail, at least what was also important was the lesson.
Play angry. This could be something, an ideology mindset that could help you. Could. If you look at it that way.